Welcome back, everyone. So I hope you're ready for another sandwich review. It's from M&S and it's their best ever prawn cocktail sandwich. Now they do prawn mayo sandwiches in most supermarkets actually, but it's the first time I'm seeing a prawn cocktail that looks like this. I haven't tried this sandwich before, and like I said before, this channel is all about trying new things. So yeah, this is a new one for me. So this was £4.50. Again, it's one of their top shelf sandwiches. The prawn mayo is significantly less. I think that came in at like £2.90. Mush Rose mentioned that she likes the prawn sandwiches in the supermarket. So if you're not following Mush Rose, I'll put her details in the description. So make sure you give her a follow. She does food reviews. She cooks a lot of delicious Jamaican dishes. And she's shown me a thing or two about gardening. So a very useful channel to subscribe to. So make sure you subscribe to Mush Rose. Let's have a look at some nutritional info. There you go. So I'm not seeing the traffic light system on the back, so I don't know how healthy that sandwich is just by looking at all that text. There's a lot to unpack there. You can see there's a lot of words, but I'll just read the top. So again, I'm reading backwards because obviously I'm holding it to the camera. So we've got prawns with Mary Rose sauce, king prawns, and lettuce on oatmeal bread. Okay, so they're not just using the tiny little prawns, they're using king prawns as well. So I guess that's why this is significantly more than their prawn mayo sandwich. I have noticed that they do have the traffic light indication on the front. So red, green, green, red, that means unhealthy, healthy, healthy, unhealthy. So he's telling me that there's a lot of fat in this sandwich. That's probably from the mayo. What's that? There's not a lot of sugars, there's not a lot of saturated fat, and there's a lot of salt. So because of that, I'm expecting this sandwich to be very nicely seasoned and obviously nicely filled as well. Anyway, let me stop talking and let's go. Right. Okay, so there you go. That is the prawn cocktail sandwich on oatmeal bread by M&S, and it's part of their best ever range. Let me see how it tastes. I'll go for that side there. Oh, okay. So yeah, the bread looks lovely. It is an oatmeal bread. They said that it was an oatmeal bread. It's soft. Let's see how nicely filled it is. Oh, I'll try and do this as tidy as possible. There we go. Oh, wow, M&S. You have filled that sandwich beautifully from crust to crust even. Look at that. Bonus point for filling that sandwich from crust to crust. Okay, that is such a big deal. So you can see a few bits of lettuce, iceberg lettuce on the lid. Okay. I don't know though, because it's supposed to be a mixture of king prawns and smaller prawns. I'm not seeing any king prawns there. Can you? Look. They all look the same size and they don't look very big. Maybe I'll take that bonus point away. Do you know what? Let me just try it. Let's go. So the bread is soft. The Mary Rose sauce is beautifully creamy. It is well seasoned. That first bite had so much flavour, and that is because they did fill that sandwich beautifully from crust to crust. I'm going to go in again. Ooh. It's got to be that bit, hasn't it? There is a lot of flavour in that. I have said that already. It is a winner. And M&S, you're going to get a 9 for your prawn cocktail sandwich. The iceberg lettuce is fresh, it's crunchy, and all the flavours work. I mean, what more could you ask for, really, from a prawn cocktail sandwich? It's all there. You deserve a 9. Let me go in again. You can taste the prawns as well. The prawns have a beautiful flavour. However, I can't really tell whether they are king prawns or whether they are just the smaller prawns. Because like I said, when I opened the sandwich, they all look the same size. And it was advertised as with king prawns. And that's the reason why it gets a 9 and not a 10. Because there is always room for improvement. So yeah, 9 out of 10 is still an excellent score. So if you like a prawn mayo sandwich, if that's your go-to, maybe head to M&S and pay a little bit more for their prawn cocktail. The only disappointing thing was that there weren't really any king prawns in it. But the flavours are there, the prawns are there, it's beautifully filled, it's fresh, the bread is soft, the lettuce is crunchy, and it is what it is. Right, so I'm going to get back to my sandwich. Thank you for watching. I hope this review was helpful. So like I said, it is about me trying new things and letting you know how it tastes, in my opinion. And it's always important to mention that it is my opinion. We all have different palates. Some might say this is disgusting. You know, you might even have a prawn allergy. But in my opinion, this deserves a 9. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next one.